Within the past few hours, Saudi Arabia has announced that it is severing ties with Iran as the diplomatic crisis between the two countries intensifies. The Saudi government's decision yesterday to execute a prominent Shia Muslim cleric, along with dozens of other prisoners, has led to more protests today in Iran, a Shia country. As our diplomatic correspondent Bridget Kendall reports, the row is fueling tensions across the region.
An already dangerous rift is widening in the Middle East. In Tehran today, Iranian anger at Saudi Arabia's execution of a prominent cleric was not abating. Death to the House of Saud, chant the crowd, referring to the Saudi royal family. The Saudi government says he was put to death for links to terrorism, but in Iran he now has martyr status. A street today was named after him, right outside the Saudi embassy, which last night was stormed by a furious crowd, which set fire to posters of the Saudi king. Eventually, the police moved in and made 40 arrests. Iran's moderate president said the attack was unjustified. But addressing clerics today, Iran's supreme leader took a harder line, warning that Saudi rulers would face divine vengeance for spilling a martyr's blood. And this evening, the Saudis retaliated. The Saudi foreign minister accused Iran of distributing weapons and planting terrorist cells across the region. In response, he said the Saudi kingdom was severing diplomatic relations and ordering all Iranian diplomats to leave within 2 days. This row isn't only over the recent Saudi executions, it's also about tensions between Shia and Sunni Muslims, which go back centuries. Saudi Arabia is the Middle East's biggest Sunni-dominated power. Iran is the predominant Shia power. Not surprisingly, the two are bitter rivals. And because the executed cleric, Sheikh al-Nimr, came from Saudi Arabia's Shia minority, it was probably inevitable that his death would cause trouble. And across the Middle East, there'll be repercussions. In Syria, Iran and Saudi Arabia have backed opposite sides, pro- and anti-President Assad. Now, getting them to bury differences, to unite against so-called IS extremists, will be much harder. They also compete for influence among Shia and Sunni communities in Iraq. And for the past year, they've been engaged in a fierce and bloody proxy war in Yemen. The worry is that tensions will now snowball. These protests today were in Bahrain, another country where Shia and Sunni are divided. Tonight, the United States appealed for calm, but it's not clear they're in a mood to listen. Bridget Kendall, BBC News.